podcast. It's a political party, that thing. It's a political party. Its role is to depoliticize the youth. It's a political party formed to depoliticize the youth. That is his role. That's why he drinks alcohol during presentation, making alcohol fashionable and telling those who are calling themselves chillers that when you are chilling, you must drink. And then speak loosely about everything black and African. So cheaply. And then when we attend to him, he says, they want to cancel me. He thinks he's special. He thinks wearing flip-flops is something special. He wears flip-flops and insult and attack every black person, attack Mini Dlamini, attack all of these things. And what is that? Why would you even be shaken by something like that? Why would you follow? If you are a thinker, why would you follow something like that? At least Mbuyiseni gave you something to listen to. If you want to learn something, he calls people there of stature who think, who talk sense. I was watching him yesterday with that former police commissioner, the white guy. 5 years. So why would you even be worried about MacG? MacG, if you remember, last year, 2004, they registered some boy, I don't know if he was from Free State or something, JJ. They campaigned for JJ to be registered as an independent candidate. JJ did not even get anything to get him into Free State legislature. So why would you be worried about MacG? What influence does he have? Let him go and campaign for JJ. So why would you think he's influential? People know the difference. We may like you as a pastor, but not in politics. We may like you as you make a very good businessman, Patrice Motsepe. We speak about you. We give our children examples about you. The day you do politics, we stop. You must know that. Yasuka, we are fighting. That's how it works. So, let them do what they think they are good at. There's this one of Rise Mzansi. Lukhona. Mnguni. He was masquerading as a political analyst. Insulting us every day. He's tired. Now he's coming out. Like his principal, Songes. So what? We know what we're dealing with. These are political formations that are masquerading as a podcast, as media, as this, as that. They harbor very strong political opinions. And they get finance. How does Rise Mzansi get given so much money in less than no time? And it gets funded by an NGO that got founded. You get formed today. In 3 months, you can fund people 3 million. Where did you get it? 10 million, 15 million. Mashaba. With all of your money, because we assume making money, maybe you're clever than us and you can think. Why would you give Mashaba 45 million? Let's take Mashaba's 45 million and put it here. And take the people that are elected to serve in parliament, in the legislature, in the legislature, yes. And calculate how much money they will pay back to Action SA in the next 5 years. They will never get that 45 million back in party levies. So, Tumelo is another friend of mine who was mentioned at the commission. You must know now, if you are my friend, even if they mention you wrongly, I will never run away from you. I will never pretend I don't know you. I know him. He was overseas the past 3 days. Then he tells me they were in a function with some white millionaires who know South African politics better than him and who know you guys by names. And then he says, it's so interesting that we don't know anything about their country, but they know everything about our country. I said, no, we know everything about their country. We are just not invested in their politics. So they put money in South Africa. That's why they want to know who's going to be the mayor of Joburg. Their properties are here. I ask him, I say, ask him, whoever knows politics of South Africa, ask him if he stays in London, what business does he do in London? He doesn't do any business in London. All of their businesses are here. So they use the money here to finance their lifestyle overseas. That's why they're invested to know who's the next mayor. Is this mayor going to rent my office park and pay rent that is going to pay my rent in London and pay my lifestyle? None of us here can afford to give any of the political parties 45 million. No one can afford, except the Oppenheimers. They too, they are invested in the politics of South Africa because their business is here. And they don't trust that the EFF will look after us. You know, the EFF is the best organization to invest in. Because once you deliver to the poorest of the poor, the rich will no longer have to build walls. They will enjoy the beautiful views of their gardens. Because they will have no poor to fear. The poor will be receiving employment, will be receiving service delivery. Today they are building high walls because they know what they've done. They stole from the majority and they are scared the majority one day will rise against them. What do? They come around. Finance every podcast. There is a guy here called Penuel. How do you finance a person who refuses to pay maintenance? Maintenance. Mara patele maintenance. Criminals all over because of men like Penuel who are not paying maintenance. Where now you proudly associate yourself with such a person. And then regard such a person as an influencer. Shame on you. So, I don't care about these people. You know, if Floyd is the brain, let that brain work at the Maibui. Let that brain, if Floyd is Viagra, like you are saying, let that Viagra give erection to Maibui. Let it M-Pesu. Let M-Pesu give Maibui erection. Yapala, yapala utsowa, isa robe jili no. Yapala. Agano kitima South Africa ega mukai. Yapala. Nothing can do. Idea. Idea. I told you in this organization, when we go to any conference, manifesto, what, the brains are brought together. And they're the ones who develop these ideas of this political party. I will never claim to have formed the EFF alone and for myself. Now, the brains that were there when this organization was formed, the brains that formed this organization are still there. When the brains have left, you don't listen to social media commentators. You take the 2026 manifesto, 2004 manifesto, 2016 manifesto, and make comparison. And listen if the ideas have left or not. Ideas do not live because someone says so. Ideas live because in what you read, there is a complete shift. And there is nothing of substance that comes out of what this organization is presenting till we left. Less said about wives, the better. Because I'm not a divorcee. I've got my wife and my family. Proper. Without any hesitation. And even when I was young and flexible, it looks like I'm getting old now. You will never have played in that space with me. Now, my peers, they know that. I think I'm in the league of Nelson Mandela. So I don't play like that. So you know how I survive family-wise? I don't listen to absolute nonsense. I don't care whether you are a parent or you're not a parent, whether you are a traditional healer, whether you are a pastor or not. I don't care. I listen to what I saw. Even if my instinct is very strong, I will never act until I've seen wrongdoing. There's no someone who's going to say, your marriage will not last. Hey, wait. If you want a marriage to survive, never listen to any tips. It's the two of you only. There's no one else. The rest are an extended family. So you go around listening to people and think you can build a family. Oh, you're gone, my guy. You don't stop people from expressing themselves. But don't listen to nonsense. Nonsense. Even our own parents can talk nonsense. They can fight their wives. They can fight their husbands, which defeated them in their marriages through our marriage. Onoka motho re basadi ba so di mo paletse banna ba so a se nna banna man ke nna Julius Malema ke banna ba fena. I must be treated as an individual, not generic. So why would someone with no such a track record, my marriage and the EFF SG, the difference is 1 year. So you celebrated 13. It means I'm going to celebrate 12 in December. Unbroken service. Eh? So, comrades, no one and none of you, not a single individual, can ever say, he has seen my grandmother in politics. No one. You always hear me talk about my grandmother. You have never seen her in politics. The only time you got to see her, at least close, is when I went to vote with her. My family has made it their business not to be too involved in my politics. Even when I was in the ANC. So, the same with my grandfather. You know, we went to court in Polokwane, accused of corruption. My grandmother wanted to go. And we said, no, you're not going anywhere. You sit here. And we were given one instruction. Before you are anyway. Otherwise, next time I want to hear for myself. The same thing with the old man. or no, report about guilty, but no, this time they are going to send him to jail. No ways. Or now there is a point where you reach where these issues need a parent. I have to stand up now. And then he went to court. So they don't get involved in that way. But don't think it's not EFF. Through and through, you must ask Vian. We were with him last week or so. And I said to him, do you know this guy? He says, yo, wako. Office. Oh, okay. Sharp. When I turn around, he goes to Vuyan. Or how is the office? In Venek. Vuyan tries to explain. So I ask him, do you know the office? Or he has EFF. Why it's or ke 5-story again. Ke 5-story. Or ke floor 5. Or ke 5-story. What's the floor? Some leaders they may not know how many floors does the EFF office have. Or go Vuyan ke 5-story. Le Tumelo office. Ke 5-story. Ka Johannesburg. Ka Rampampa ya Johannesburg. Ke tseba. So they knew, they followed, refused active participation because they don't want to be accused that they're taking advantage and they're being preferred over others.